that music only means one thing. Our girl Julia Laughlin from the OSU County Extension Office is here to help us better understand what's on everybody's mind. Fertilizers.
Right, it's just that time of year. Everything's breaking dormancy. You know, the trees are starting to come out, the grass is starting to come out. So I thought we'd talk about fertilizer. We talk a lot about, Paul, you know, we always talk about soil sampling. Soil sampling, and maybe you got it done this winter and maybe you didn't. You could still do it. You can do it any time of the year, but on our website and our office, you can find how to take a soil sample, how much it costs and everything. But what if you didn't get it done and then you want to fertilize now?
Yeah,
so,
I guarantee I didn't get it done. So what do I need to do?
Well, there's lots of fertilizer, but I wanted to point out this is just a general purpose fertilizer, but there's just one thing I wanted to show you is that every fertilizer has the numbers on there. See the 10, 10, 10?
I never knew what those meant.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. So every fertilizer, you may have to sometimes look behind the bag, but usually it's right there on the front. It says, this one says 10, 10, 10. If you can see, it's kind of small.
There we go, yeah.
Yep. But that means the first number is, let me hold it. There we go. Sorry, it fell right when the camera came.
Thank you, Vanna.
But the first number is nitrogen. The second number is phosphorus, and the third number is potassium. So those are the three most important nutrients for plants: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. So the first number is usually the most important because nitrogen is the most important element for plants. You know, when we fertilize, we're really talking about nitrogen, but the fertilizer is always going to tell you those three. On most things, you want a number on each one, something instead of 0, 0. So you might see something that was 12, 0, 0. Most of the time, we want phosphorus and potassium too because we need it in our soils.
What's the highest that you can go, and what do we need to look for to make sure it's good?
Okay, so the higher the number on the nitrogen, the less you use.
Okay.
And fortunately, these for commercial fertilizer bags, on the back, if you'll read the instructions, they don't want you to burn your plants. So they're going to tell you to use 2 cups in 100 square feet or whatever, and you spread it. So follow the label instructions if you didn't get a soil test. If you got a soil test, we tell you what to do. We kind of make a recommendation. So what's cool though is now, Paul, you can go into any store and they have fertilizers for everything. It didn't used to be that way. But you can get fertilizer for annuals, fertilizers for trees and shrubs. It's all in the store and ready for you, and then just read the directions.
Great. I'm glad you brought that up because I use the same fertilizer and just go throughout my whole yard, overlap my neighbor's yard into my flowers. So we shouldn't do that, right? So we should actually pay attention to fertilizer specific for certain types of things.
I believe so, because you could get a general, like this one's a general purpose. It's got 10% nitrogen, 10% phosphorus, 10% potassium. It's pretty general, and it makes a recommendation on the back for different things. So you might find something like that, but for your lawn, you can look for a lawn fertilizer. For your trees, you can look for a tree fertilizer. And right now is the most important time to fertilize that stuff as it starts to come out of dormancy.
As we wrap up, do all plants need fertilizer?
It's a really good question. Like in your house plants in the winter, I wouldn't fertilize them, but right now, get your house plants, clean them up, put a little whatever fertilizer you're on, because they're starting to break. They're also going out of dormancy. So it's a really good time when they're actively growing, which is usually spring, to fertilize.
And finally, quickly, can people still get a soil test, or is it too late?
Yes, no, you can get one, almost in any time of the year. And it really, really helps, Paul. So our website, and you can call our office if you can't find the information you need. We'll tell you how to do it.
Wonderful. Make sure for more information, give her a call at 405-713-1125, extension.okstate.edu. Also at 918-746-3700. Get that soil tested.